Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Who and How Club. It is your boy Aris Dejan checking in once again. And you know the slogan, you are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club, and we are the Who's and How's of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. Now, speaking of we, and speaking of being the Who's and How's of this world, today I bring to you a very, very, very special episode that sort of encompasses the concept of we. What we truly means, what the who's and how's really look like and sound like in this world and day-to-day life that we're all living together. Now, I could sit and talk until my face turns blue about all the connections and partnerships that I've been building and how busy I've been since the last episode. But I'm more of a let me show you, or I can show you better than I could tell you kind of guy. You know what I mean? On February 11th, 2022, I participated in a really, really dope event. Now, the Who and How Club is building on a partnership and a collaborationship with Campfiyr. Campfiyr is an agency, an app, a business, someone's creation, someone's idea that they brought to life that really promotes and sheds light on local businesses and talent in the city that I'm from. Me being a local talent, their brand and my brand have connected on a deep, deep level. And we're looking to build on some really dope things to present to you, the world, the who's and how's, the other who's and how's. Now, on the night of this event, the Who and How Club was present, interviewing some of the vendors and creators that were present that night. And I thought it would be wise to share this episode with all of you. As you're listening to this episode, I want you to close your eyes. You might have not had the opportunity to be present at this event. It was a night market. It was the Valentine's Day night market that Campfiyr put on. And we have creators from all over come through to perform. So if you didn't get a chance to participate or be present, I want you to close your eyes as you're listening to this episode and listening to the conversations that I've had. And just pretend that you're there. You might not know what the environment looked like, but just create it in your mind. Visualize the people that I'm speaking with. You know what I look like. You might not know what they look like unless you look them up, which you will be able to based on the links in the description of today's episode. But just close your eyes and just be present. Just escape. I know February 11th kind of passed already, but I want you to bring yourself to that event because what you're going to hear is going to kind of ignite a flame inside of you that will push you to be present at the next event. And I want to make sure that I see all of you at the next event. So indulge in these conversations that I'm about to have. First part of the episode, I sat with two creators, one of them being the headliner of the night. I sat with Noor, who is she'll tell you what she does. But I also sat with Angel, and she'll also tell you what she does. But she was the headliner of the night, and she was pretty much doing live tattoos all night. Such a unique bunch of individuals. Listen to the episode.
Hello, it's so nice meeting you. My name is Noor, and I am a self-taught acrylic painter. I am also a full-time law student. So, yeah, academics and art. I love that.
Let's get some hand claps for Noor, first of all.
Oh, my.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you being the first one to sit with me tonight. So,
Thank you.
Why don't you paint the picture? Well, first of all, welcome to the club. That's
Thank
what we do. That's how we welcome everyone. Why don't you paint a picture to the club listeners on where we're at tonight, what you're doing here, why we're here together tonight.
All right. So we're here to celebrate the small business community in Toronto. We got a bunch of vendors here tonight, a few performers. I'm here to showcase my art. Like I said, self-taught painter, just trying to show people what I do and how I do it. So.
Yes. And how do you do what you do? Like, what inspires Noor to do what she does?
Oh, many things. I paint a lot of musicians. I really like music. Music speaks to me. And then I try to speak back through art. So I really like a lot of local artists, and I like to show that I like them by painting them.
And what kind of brought you to, we kind of cover like the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why, how, but I'm curious to know like what kind of what was that point in your life that got you, that where you discovered like, oh, this is a talent or a superpower of mine. This is something I'm passionate about.
Okay, so
like, what happened?
What happened? Okay. So we're doing the 5 W's. Let me do when. Okay, when was actually in 2020 when the pandemic started. We were on
still
lockdown.
Going.
It's still going. But that lockdown was pretty bad. I was really feeling it. I think everybody was stuck at home, not much to do. And there's a lot of anxiety, you know, like you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And the way that I calm myself down is by pulling up a canvas, blank canvas, pulling up some brushes, some paints, and just making the canvas colorful. That's what calmed me down. And
so this is a newfound power.
Definitely. I've always been creative though, ever since I was younger. Like I said, I really love music. I like to sing, but I also when I listen to music, I'm always looking at the album cover. I'm looking at the album art. And that speaks to me too, right? Like visually. So I'm really glad that I have the privilege, you know, to have the materials that I need in order to paint. And yeah, that's when it all started.
See, like, we could look at the pandemic, and obviously there's so many negative things to say, but during this time, a lot of us found like some newfound powers that it kind of ignited those flames that we probably had in our stomachs for so long. We just didn't get the opportunity to fan those flames. So like now, during this time that we're in, this weird time and space that we're in, we're finding a lot of people coming out with like new ideas, new businesses, you know, new entrepreneurships that we're just being witnesses to, especially locally. So like, what does that mean for you? Like, did that, like, would you change anything about the pandemic? Because without it, you might have not found.
That is a tough question. I mean, it affected everybody differently.
Keep going.
There are obviously a lot of unfortunate circumstances that came with the pandemic, and that's not something that we can, you know, disregard. However, it has made us look at the world differently. It made us look at ourselves differently. I learned a lot about myself during the pandemic. I challenged myself. I realized, okay, I used to think, can I swear? Can I cuss?
Please swear.
Okay.
Please swear, yeah.
Okay, so I used to be shitty at drawing. Like I was so shitty at drawing. And then when the pandemic came, that's when I had to force myself to sit down and teach myself how to draw. Right? And that's the challenge, right? It's, you have so much time on your hands. What are you going to do with that? Do you want to work? Do you want to discover a new hobby? So when the pandemic did hit, we were in the lockdown, all that time on my own, that's when it forced me to kind of learn more about myself. So
I felt like it was important to not only ask Noor, but everyone else throughout the night what Campfiyr truly meant to them, and how did they come across Campfiyr. So I did ask Noor what she felt her connection to Campfiyr was and how she came across Campfiyr. This is what she said. When you came across Campfiyr, like, why don't you tell us about that? Like, how did you come across Campfiyr?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. It was definitely on social media, you know, a very, very powerful tool for networking. I think, how did I find out about, it's definitely Instagram. They were posting about their app, and it's, you know, a platform where a bunch of small businesses in the area can post about their products and connect with consumers, and that's where I found out about them. It was on Instagram. And so I saw that they were having a market. What was it? The Halloween market.
The Halloween market.
This was the
last
Halloween
year.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. And I can't remember what pushed me to do it, but there's always that voice in your head, especially as a creative, like, just do it.
Yes.
Not sponsoring Nike here, but like just do it. You know, like you want to put your art out there. That's something that you have to get out of your comfort zone to do. And so I'm like, okay, you know what, screw it, let me do this. And I got a table. Didn't sell much, but when I got home, I got a bunch of followers, and a lot of them wanted a commission. So I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Now, just sitting one-on-one with Nora, I could tell that her and I could speak for forever. But as her and I were getting deeper in the conversation, in came in our headliner of the night, Angel. And just getting just hearing Angel's voice, you could only imagine what kind of energy she would bring to the table, just as, you know, a creator, an individual, or just a conversationalist. Hear what she brought to the table.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angel at Rising Angels Inc. on Instagram.
Welcome to the club, Angel.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Very exciting. Love the setup. Looking artsy, looking creative. It's a vibe.
Speaking of vibes, I love your energy and your vibe. Just coming in
thank
here.
you.
I feel complete. I felt a bit imbalanced before, but now
it's a party. Now we got a party.
So I was just speaking with Nora about what Campfiyr kind of meant to her and how it plays a role in her creativity. Mm-hmm. Did you want to share with the club members what Campfiyr means to you?
It's been a crazy journey with Campfiyr. I actually reached out to them and I was like, you know what? Like, I saw you guys do this like little business gathering thing, and as an upcoming artist, I'm sure you can relate to. It's these type of events that really get us out there. It's a sense of community. It's where people can gather, come together, and actually express the best parts of their creative minds. Yeah, of their creative minds.
And you're coming across people who are a bit like-minded.
Exactly.
But in that creative space. It's
exactly.
like we all discovered our superpowers and we're using them. You know
there
what I mean?
You go.
It's like we're X-Men.
You know what? Not all heroes wear capes. Some of us wear tattoo machines.
No.
Some of us wear inks on our clothes every single day.
No ink on our skin.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Those markings were for us since birth. They just appeared as we evolved. You know what I mean? Just like X-Men. So capes are overrated. I think we all got little superpowers, and I think it's really inspiring to see people just like push themselves to create. And we don't separate ourselves from our creativity. Like it is who we are.
Yes, it's most definitely something that is part of you. And each year, or even every day, like every day that I wake up, I feel like I have a shot to be whoever I want to be. You know what I mean? And working with events like Campfiyr, it brings all of those people that wake up every morning. They're like, you know, I want to contribute art today. You know, I want to push out new art. I want to reach out to the community. I want to do something that's beautiful for the people. So it's really cool to see it all come together. And for the listeners that are at home, I'm so sorry you guys couldn't make it. You're missing out. You are missing out. Like, it is amazing to just see young creative, especially like local creatives.
Let's get some hand claps for that.
Yeah, right. We'll do a little 1-2. Yes. Just to see the youth of Toronto come together in a space where not only it's safe, but also pushes you to learn from other people, learn from other cultures, and learn from other people's crafts. It really is. It's a teaching lesson that everybody can learn from. You know what I mean?
100%. Before you joined us, I was explaining to Nora like what the Who and How Club represents. So we focus on who you are and how you became the you that you are today, and we kind of focus on the 5 W's, like the who, what, when, where, why, how. And a lot of people define themselves based on what they do. But for you two ladies, I want you to kind of let the club members know how you define yourself, maybe in 3 words.
Angel, go first.
Oh my gosh, the pressure. Ooh, okay. I'm a human. I'm not a gender. I'm not one sex. I'm a human being.
Yes.
I'm human.
Yes.
I think some people tend to describe themselves by how they look instead of embracing just who they are outside of skin, outside of words. I'm just human. There's no labels to me. Just human.
Yeah.
Second word. Let's see. Up and coming. Up and that's 2 words. So,
but it's a
yeah. So it's one term. Let's take it as one term.
Yeah.
Up and coming. Oh my god, I can't give you 3 words, but FTP. There's another term. There you go.
FTP?
For the people.
For the people.
For the people.
That's deep. That's deep.
For
I'm gonna
the
steal
people.
that one.
Okay.
I like that one. I'm stealing that
Copyright.
And Nora, what about you? 3 words. How would you define yourself?
I would say the first one is comforting. You're always safe around me, no matter how you identify, who you are, what you do, where you come from. Yeah, I don't judge. So I would say comforting is number 1. Number 2, open-minded. I like to accept new ideas even if they like make me uncomfortable, right? Because there's a lot of people that we meet every day who do stuff that you didn't even expect was possible.
Life starts outside the comfort zone.
There you go. So definitely open-minded, love to accept new ideas and perspectives.
This one's dropping gems today. Hey, you want to co-host with me? We're going to co-host together.
One time, special feature, let's make it happen.
Bunch of captions, Angel.
Period.
That's going to be the title of her episode, Caption Queen, man.
There you go.
I guess
I'm already thinking ahead.
Ambitious. I like to shoot for the stars. Like, I like to go above and beyond. So those three would define me.
Limitless.
Limitless, yes. I think in a space like tonight, we're going to see just how unlimited everybody truly is. We're going to see people's performances. We're going to see what this
is a start for a lot of these people, right? This is a first event for a lot of people. So this really is that starting off point, like you say. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like we haven't even started fully yet, but I could feel the vibes in the air, Now, as the night progressed, you could hear the background noise getting louder and louder because people are pretty much filling in. They're filling in the space. You hear music. More bodies are filling the room. So I have to kind of get louder with the team and turn up the volumes. Now, if things sound a bit distorted, don't fret, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on some things to make things a bit more better and clearer at future live events. This was sort of like a test run, but I had the opportunity to sit down with two brothers who are also fellow podcasters, Joel and Marcus. These guys have been friends for a long time. Their conversation with me really focused on their friendship and what they do and how they define themselves. Listen here.
All right, my name's Joel. I go by Joel. And I work with Marcus on this podcast called Tech, Toronto Artists Collective. And I'm into health sciences and health services, background in business, and former chef, believe it or not.
Thank you for being here, sir. And who do I got to my right?
You got Marcus, also known as Marcus B Music. I'm working with Joel, as he mentioned, with the Toronto Artists Collective, which is a podcast meant to go, be by artists for artists. My backgrounds is actually psychology and sociology. I'm also studying law right now as well for doing paralegal work, but we'll see how far that goes, of course. And then apart from that as well, I also produce and do audio engineering, so I'm a man of many hats.
Well, I'm going to put some hand claps for both of you gentlemen. Thank you for being on this platform with me tonight. I could already tell that we're going to have a dope conversation. I could feel both of your energies. We're in a creative space. We're in a creative zone. So let's just deep dive into it, all right? So tell me, how do you guys define yourself in 3 words?
Whew, you know what? I need a minute to think about it. Yo, Joel, take that one. Take this one.
Got you. All right, so...
do we know each other? You look familiar.
You look very familiar, man. I feel like we ran into each other, like, somewhere.
I swear we know each other.
I know you.
Tell the people how you define yourself, sir.
All right. Well, I think I'm very analytical.
Yes.
I have a very analytical mindset. I'm not smart analytical. I'm not smart.
But you're meticulous.
But I'm meticulous, yes. and I observe. I see what people are doing, what they're saying, how they behave, what they do versus what they say. Yes. I think that's the most important thing in life, to observe what people do, not what they say. Yes. And avoid being judgmental,
Yes.
But I'm very factual too. I'm very straight to the point, so I'll call people out. I'll tell them what it is, And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But, at the end of the day, my intention's always to learn and to also share what I know. And what I know might help somebody or it might not. But you don't know until you share.
Yes. Well said. I like that. Did you have enough time to think? Are you studying
yeah, I know, but I'm back. No,
you gotta beat that.
Yes. No, it's a tough one, man. That's a high bar, bro.
He knows himself.
I know.
That's key. He knows himself.
Yo, listen, I'm about to put these headphones down. No, right. I'm about to say, yo, let me go find myself real quick. Let me go outside.
You're killing me.
Yeah, right, yo.
Let me go ponder on this. Who am I?
Yeah, right. Yo,
to be or not to be? How would you define yourself, sir?
I would say that I'm a very analytical person, but also big creative. I like to come up with a lot of really interesting ideas that are different, a bit more outside the box. Joel already knows I would come up with an idea call him up one day, like in any time of night, and be like, yo, listen, bro, I just got this idea. It's amazing. And we kind of go about that. I would say if I would really kind of give myself a title, I'll say I like to be a solver, right? I like to, if there's a problem.
Into the mic.
Yeah. If there's a problem, I like to solve it. So it's mostly like, okay, for example, currently I'm studying law, which is a perfect area because a lot of people have a lot of really interesting problems that are going to span from, of course, social background, financial background, et cetera, and then getting to see what's going on and then finding the best option for that person to help them the most is something that actually really makes me feel good.
Wow.
Because it matters, right?
Yes.
Apart from that, just personally, I'm also analytical, and I also like to tell people the truth. I find it kind of, throughout life, I find it interesting when it's like if you hold back a lot of feelings of what you truly think, you're doing more of a disservice to the other person. So it's better just to be honest in the time, and if they dislike it, unfortunately they dislike it. But if they truly take the time to listen to what you're saying and you're actually giving them information that's constructive, then you're actually helping people more so than they think.
Woo.
And I think that's the most important thing. And it's not about just giving that advice, but also being open to receive it too.
Yes.
Because that's a two-way street.
Yes.
So I think when you talk to people and you really listen to what they say and you give them that proper advice and you really want to work with them to help them become a better person or the best version of themselves, by the end of the day, you both are winning.
100%. I want to know, how do you two know each other? Like, how did you two meet? How did this friendship, collaborationship kind of begin?
That's a long story, but we're going to tell it right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Indulge. Welcome to the club, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
That was high school, right?
Yeah, Marcus and I will go way back. We're like way back. So we actually, probably the first person I met in high school, like right into it. And, you know, we've been together. He's like my homeboy, number one, OG. Just everything together, band class, loss, you know, all the games, playing at games in band, you know, doing creative projects together, all of it, man.
A lot of friendships don't last that long. It's rare. It's an anomaly when you find that there's that friendship that has lasted that long. For you two, and especially with being males, you know what I mean? And we already know how difficult it is to make friends as a male, especially new friends. So what has kept you guys in each other's lives for so long? You know, your collaborationship, I'm sure that's an evolution of your friendship, but just your friendship and the foundations of it, what has kept you guys in each other's lives for so long?
Treating each other like family, to be honest.
Into the mic?
Yeah, I'll say treating each other like family. So by the end of the day, it's like, when it comes to Joel, he's somebody who I consider as my best friend, right? I will trust this dude with my life. And the reason being is because we've already been through so much together. And throughout time, it's like we really learned it's important to be open to listen to other people. And that's why I have that outlook on life that I have today. Because Joel and I have had so many deep conversations to the point where it's like, you know, we have a better outlook on meeting new people and talking to new people and making sure they feel comfortable. And I think the one thing that a lot of people kind of get a bit iffy when it comes to meeting new people or maintaining long friendships and relationships is really being open to that criticism and really being open to actually have that real conversation. Because unfortunately, it's like, it's not always going to be fun and games, right? I can tell you right now, there's been times where Joel and I have had fights with each other, man.
Yo,
like
let's throw hands right now.
Yo, listen, man, I'm ready to throw hands at any second, dog.
Come at me.
About to come at you faster than anybody.
What's wrong with these guys? These guys woke up violent today.
Right? Chose violence, actually.
Yeah, you seem very peaceful. You seem very peaceful today, and zen. You're zen. What has you zen today?
Honestly, people tell me I'm quite zen, and I think that's part of my analytical side of me. You know, I've had experiences in management and leadership positions.
Yeah.
And everybody tells me that I'm very cool under pressure. And I think part of it is because I think before I react,
yes,
and I look at things the way they are and not the way they feel.
Yes.
I think that's a big thing. And that's partially why Marcus and I have had a really good relationship, actually.
Yes.
That's because you know, we're kind of on the same length wave.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna hype Marcus up because he didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. He's a very humble dude. He's very like, he'll hear you out no matter what.
Humbleness is key.
Even when I'm wrong, he'll just like deal with it, and then he'll tell me later that I'm an idiot.
Listen, you know, we all know how difficult it might be to be humble, especially as a male. Now, throughout the night, I had many conversations. I ate food. I broke bread. I made some connections. I met some new individuals. I must have fallen in love about 10 times with all the beauty that I was surrounded by. But seeing these individuals on stage and selling their products throughout the night was really inspiring. As the night progressed, of course, I had the opportunity to sit down with someone named Tia. It was actually her first time performing ever. And she's a fellow creator. She's a poet. And I could feel the nervousness in Tia, but I could also feel that she was ready. Like tonight was really her night, and she was about to own it. And to close off the conversations that I had, I thought that it was only right that it happened with her. But again, you could hear the progression of the night through the background noise and how loud and busy it sounds. Listen to our conversation here.
Hi everybody, my name is Tia. I go by This Is Tia on Instagram. Happy to be here.
Very happy to have you. Thanks for being here. Tia, how do you define yourself in 3 words?
I would say loving. Resilient, and I'm drawing a blank on the third one. Beautiful.
Beautiful? What makes you beautiful?
I just think my attitude overall, it's not about my appearance. It's how I view the world and people and how I treat people.
Yes. Where does beauty come from for us? You know, a lot of people look at beauty as like such a superficial thing and like the physical aspect. But how does one find their own true beauty? Like, how did you realize that that's the definition of beauty for you?
I guess I just coined it, my own definition. Again, everyone has their own definition, but I don't think it's a physical thing. I believe that it's truly about how you act and how you treat people and how you move and make decisions and such.
Yes. How you treat people is a big component of that, because you're going to treat people how you would treat yourself.
Yes, some people don't, but I think they forget that, but yes.
Yes. On the show, we focus on the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, how. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, they define themselves by what they do, but I feel like we're deeper than that, Even if you go to someone and you say, who are you? The first thing we say is our names, but we are not our names. That's a title, just like Father, Mother, God, whatever. So I created this platform to have conversations about concepts like that, because getting to know who we are is an everlasting experience. It doesn't end, Do you feel like you know yourself?
I feel like I'm getting to know myself. I feel like there is a version of who I've always wanted to be, and I'm slowly walking into I guess that purpose. It took me a while to get here. It took me a while to notice it. But I guess as you just keep going on in life and you grow and you self-reflect a lot, that's how I just noticed, like, this is the type of person I am. I can't change it. There's certain things that I can't knock or can't fake around people. So yeah.
Who taught you those things, those ways of like thinking and thinking about yourself and stuff like that? Was that taught, or are those things you kind of picked up along the way throughout your journey?
I think it'd be self-taught. I feel like I kind of raised myself from the age of 10 to now, so I just had to learn a lot of things on my own, and I always picked up the good things. No matter how bad my life was, I couldn't choose the bad way, the bad path. I always reverted back to being good, being kind. So yeah. So
where did you at what point did you find your artistic powers? I refer to every creative as sort of like, I don't know if you're familiar with X-Men, or like superheroes. We all have like these unique individual powers that we kind of evolve into or discover at certain times in our lives. So when was that time for you in your life? When did your power activate for you?
Maybe in my teen years, I think, when you really had to activate that.
You ain't 18?
No, I'm 27.
You're looking young and everything. Black don't crack,
no,
right?
I'm 27. I turned 27 in January.
Ow.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. I just think hitting very low pinnacles in my life, from homelessness, just really raising myself. I just had to rely on certain areas, whether it was writing, whether it was motivational speaking and trying to lift other people up, because I really don't want anyone to ever feel low or feel like they're alone or any type of sad or depressing feeling. I don't want people to feel that, so I think that's why I just reverted to, like, I need to be kind, I need to output love, I need to make people feel how I never or got to feel from others.
Damn. So what kind of, like, what's your subject matter when you're creating and kind of presenting it to the world? What do you focus on?
I guess it depends how I feel. So if something makes me feel really happy and that's what I want to write about, then I'll just go into that. If something triggers me and makes me feel sad or angry, then I'll just write about that and just kind of pour it all out into the page instead of, I don't know, maybe arguing with someone or like taking it out on myself in some sort of way. I just revert to writing.
And what brought you here tonight for this lovely campfire event?
I came to perform my poetry. It's my first performance. I am here thanks to lovely...
Ever?
Yes.
Can we get some snaps for that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get some snaps for that, because we're going to be snapping when you go on stage.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the back over there. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
So it's my first performance, and I'm here thanks to the lovely Angel. She connected me to Campfyr, and yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm excited for you.
Thank
You nervous at all?
Not so much, because I've been here for like 2 hours now, and I've had 2 weeks to kind of get all that out the way. So yeah, I just want to go kill it and then enjoy my night.
I could tell you're going to kill it. How did you practice or prepare for this night? Because it's a big night for you.
Read my poem to a few people. I've read it to myself in the mirror. I just keep reading it over and over again, and then that's pretty much it, rehearsing it.
So how do you feel, like, what role do you feel like Campfyr will play in your life and your creative life and artistic life going forward after tonight?
I hope that I make a lot of connections and meet a lot of people. I've already met a bunch of cool people, so you being one of them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ditto.
So yeah, I just hope that like I can meet more people, maybe come back, do another performance, maybe do a longer set, because it's going to be very short tonight, but yeah.
I'm really excited to see you perform tonight, and this means a lot. For those who didn't make it tonight, you know, like they're going to be listening to this and they're going to be like, damn, I wish I came to see her perform. Damn, I wish I was a part of the event. They hear the noise in the background and they got a chance, you know, they're listening to this conversation. This conversation happened. A lot of people are not present for it. But what kind of message would you send to those creatives out there listening, hoping that they come to the next one, you know?
Bet on yourself. Don't be scared. Everyone here is super kind. It's a place to grow. I feel like I can really exercise here and not have to be anything else than me, and everyone's going to accept you. So just show up as yourself. Always.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That was my coverage, or the Who and How Club's coverage, of Campfyr's Valentine's Night Market that happened on February 11th, 2022. What a night. What a night to remember. What a night of talent, of appreciation, of energy, of positivity, of support. It's all about supporting local, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And the Who and How Club is definitely honored and happy to be building a partnership and collaborationship such as this one with Campfyr. I want to take this time out to just send a special shout out to the entire Campfyr team and everyone who continues to support the Who and How Club. After listening to this episode, we hope to see all of you at our upcoming events that are coming pretty much on a monthly basis. So follow Campfyr. You're going to get the link to the app and their page in the description. Of course, this episode is brought to you by Campfyr. The Who and How Club is building, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you're a creator, if you have superpowers, as mentioned in this episode, if you have talents or just dreams that you've always wanted to pursue, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have this new business idea or any idea that it has come outside of your mind that is in front of you now, you brought it to life, you gave it legs, connect with us. And hopefully we can provide a space for you to support you at one of our night markets. And download the Campfyr app, sign up as a vendor. Sign up as a business, sign up as a creator, just like the Who and How Club and myself, Aris Dejan, has. And just connect. It's time to connect. 2022 is the year that we continue to bring our ideas to life and continue to support one another in the healthiest way possible. All right. I hope to see you at the next event. You'll see the Who and How Club at the next Campfiyr event. Love you all. Don't forget to read the description for all of the links for all of the creators and people you heard me speak with on today's episode from the event. You'll see all their links in the description so you could touch base with them on a personal level and on a supportive level. You know the slogan. You are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club, and we are the Who's and How's of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. So while we're all here together, why don't we just sit, pick each other's brains? Even if we're strangers, we could still sit across from one another and have a conversation and learn something from one another. And that's what the Who and How Club represents. Clearly, that's what Campfiyr represents. It's your boy, Aris Dejan, signing out. We'll touch base soon. 1.